All right, you want to get to rating this whiskey?
Jim Beam Double Oaked. Let's rate it.
Go for it. Label and branding.
Label branding. All right.
Throw it out there.
Jim Beam's iconic, yeah? So, I was going to put this down, realized my arm's not that long. Put my empty water bottle over here. All right. It tells you it's twice barreled on the back of the label. Mint. You got James B. Beam's signature on the bottle. Similar to Jack Daniels, except Jack Daniels was also on all four sides. Jim Beam's is just on the front and the back. Their logo is a wax seal, and that makes me super happy inside. I like that. It's a nice touch. Jim Beam's classic. Jim Beam. Can't miss that. Everybody knows it. And they don't have a cork.
I don't like this. This thing that we're getting into with these companies that are well known don't have corks. I'm not a fan. When you're drinking whiskey, there should be a cork in there. Someone can tell us if they know more than us, because probably everybody does. But why would a company not use a cork?
Saving on the excess tax, bro.
I don't think that's true.
It's got to be true.
Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, and Crown, none of them had corks.
I'm going to give this an A++, and I would have went higher if they had a cork. But I'm giving it an A++.
What did we give Jack Daniels? Do you remember?
Math.
Perfect. A++. Okay, I'll go with that.
Label brandings.
So since you educated the folks on nose, you want to educate our viewers on nose, since you're well-versed in the educational sphere?
Here's the thing. Pick up a glass, all right? Stare at the glass. Ask yourself, how you doing? You then place the glass on one side of your nose, okay? You leave your mouth open. Not like I need air immediately, like your SpongeBob and Sandy's Tree Dome, but you just...
Sandy water.
But you just leave your mouth open.
That was a deep SpongeBob.
You then rotate... That was a sick SpongeBob, like you had the suds.
Yeah.
You then take the glass and you rotate it along your mustache. Take it for a mustache ride. Leave that in there. Don't edit that. So you breathe in one nostril, rotate to the other nostril, breathe in again. And the reason why is because one nostril is going to pick up ethanol, and the other nostril is going to pick up the nosing profile that you should experience, right? You should be able to smell the vanillas, the toffee, the caramel if you're from a different state or other part of the state, caramel if you're from Buffalo. And from there, you get to experience it travel through your nasal cavity, okay? If you've smelled too much, then you breathe your arm, stick your nose in your arm, breathe in your own scent, because that is going to eliminate anything in your nose hairs to then allow you to reestablish a proper nose of the whiskey. Something you don't want to do with a full glass is stick both nostrils into the glass like a lab drinking from his water bowl and breathe in as hard as you can, because if you're standing, you could potentially faint and fall over. So you don't want to do that, because mind you, this is still alcohol. So the higher the proof, the higher chance you have of collapsing. So what did you get on the nose?
Heavy caramel and vanilla. This is a very traditional whiskey. And deep, deep oak notes. This is something that, to me, if you would tell me that we're drinking a double oaked, this would 1,000% make sense.
Yep,
I'm not getting taken by surprise by anything. It is very straightforward, and it is consistent with what I would think a double oak, twice barreled bourbon would taste like.
A++, or smell like.
Yep. Smell like, you're right.
A++. Initial taste.
Getting a little baking spice up front.
Isn't that odd?
Yeah. I don't expect that. But a little baking spice up front. Followed by light vanilla. I'm not getting the caramel in the front. Do you agree?
I agree. I think I'm getting the caramel on the back of the ending note.
Yep.
But that's...
The back of the ending note tastes to me just like I had a Werther's caramel and like about 10 minutes ago, and I'm still getting that lingering caramel taste. That's what I'm getting on the back end.
I'm also getting pepper.
Yeah.
So I'm getting caramel, pepper on the back, baking spice, and vanilla up front. For both of these, I'm going with an A++ check mark.
I'll do that. A++ check mark. I like that. This is surprisingly good. I will say, these three that we've had, three main players, are exactly how I would have rated them. I wouldn't have rated them as high if we didn't do this podcast, but they're in the same order as I would have rated them outside of the podcast, if you're catching my drift.
I am. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I am smelling what you're cooking, as Dwayne The Rock Johnson would say. Then you do the eyebrow thing that I can't do.
You can't do that?
No. I've never had, like, shingles where one side of my face works and the other doesn't, so...
Why did you go with shingles?
I don't know, man. Final rating.
All right.
Give me that countdown.
3, 2, 1.